Hi Piano Explorers, it's Angela. Here's part 2 for today's lesson. We're going to start with our vocabulary cards. So remember from last time we looked at the cards, I showed you the answer. Today I'm going to cover the answer. See if you can tell me, and then I'll show you the answer and test yourself, see if you're correct. Here's the first picture. It's colored in with a stem. What is it? One beat. We call this a quarter note. Second one. Notice it's not colored in, but it has a stem. Do you remember? 2 beats. It's called a half note. Oops. Here's the third one. This is a dotted half note. Do you remember how much it gets? 3 beats. The extra beat is on the dot. Okay, this one is not colored in and has no stem. It's called a whole note. Do you remember how much it counts? 4 beats. So if I have a measure of 4/4 time, I can use one of these and it will fill the whole measure. And I will count 1, 2, 3, 4 for that one note. So this is a time signature. Do you remember what it means? 4 beats in a measure. 4 beats. 4 quarter note beats in a measure. Or anything that adds up to 4 quarter note beats in a measure. Next one. Do you remember this time signature? 3/4. This tells you 3 beats in a group, 3 quarter note beats in a measure, or anything that adds up to 3 quarter note beats in a measure. This is a stop sign, and you find it at the end of the music. It tells you the music is finished. When you see the double bar line with the 2 dots, what do? Remember? Repeat. This is a repeat sign. It tells you to go back and play the music over again. Do you remember this? This is a bar line. A bar line divides the music into equal groups. So if the time signature is 4/4, it means in every group you're going to have 4 beats. When you get to the end of the 4 beats, you draw a bar line. And you can write 4 more. Here's the letter P. Do you remember what P stands for? The word in Italian is piano, and it means soft. So you play the music softly when you see a P. Here's the F. The F in music means forte. In English, loud. So if you see this above or below your notes in the beginning of your music or somewhere along the line, you play that music loudly. MF stands for mezzo forte. The M is mezzo and the F is forte. It means moderately or medium loud. Remember, I could put an M before a P, and then it would be medium soft. So this is what we learned last week. So I'm not going to cover this up for you because this is new material. So this is the F clef or the bass clef. On the 4th line, we draw the circle and we see the note F. Remember, line number 4 is where your F clef is. And remember that when you have a note on a line, the line goes through the circle, through the head of the note. So this 4th line, 1, 2, 3, 4, between those 2 dots is where we draw the F. And where on the piano is that F? It's the first F to the left of the center of the keyboard. So here's middle C. And if I go down to the first F to the left of the center, I have found the F clef line F. There's your F. okay? Another way you can find it is put your thumb on middle C, and we're going to go down 5 notes. C, B, A, G, F. And there's our F clef line, okay? So today, I'm going to show you a new picture. This is a G clef or a treble clef, okay? So these notes, when we write them on this staff, will sound higher than the F clef notes. 5 lines again, and the second line from the bottom up is where we draw the G line. So if you look at this little G clef, it makes a circle around that second line. So here's line 1, here's line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. And G clef G goes on the second line. Okay, let's remember that. Where do we find it on the piano? We look again for the middle C. You know where that is. And you're going to go up 5 notes. C, D, E, F, G. It's the first G to the right of the center. So here's the G clef G. And that's what we're going to work on today in our new lesson. Let's review our steps going up and our steps going down. So here we see a note starting on the line, and we go up to the very next space. So remember, when we start on the line and we go to the very next space, we don't skip anything. We call those steps. Here's one going down, a step going down. Notice that these 2 notes are the same. They're in the same space. Okay, now let's look at the bottom line. Here, we start on a line and we go down to the next step, down to the space. That's 1 step down. We start in the space, we go back up to the line. That's a step up, and then the notes stay the same. All right? Let's look at the next one. This one, we're just going to say step down, step up. These are all steps. Ready? Step down, step up, step up, step down. Can you do it with me? Step down, step up, step up, step down. Notice if the note is on the line or in the space. On the line, in the space, on the line. All right, let's do the bottom one. Let's try to do this one together. Ready? Step up, step up, step down, step down. And now this time I'd like you to tell me if you see a line note or a space note. Line note, space note, line note, space note, line note. Okay? All right, that's terrific. So now I just want to show you your music alphabet. Here we go. So on the keyboard, when we go up to the right on the keyboard, we are going forward in the alphabet. And our notes are getting higher in sound. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G is going forward in the alphabet. And you know when you look at your keyboard, because you learned this in the very beginning of your lessons with me, when we get to the letter G, we start again at the letter A. So we say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because when you look at your piano, you know you have more than 7 letters. So you keep repeating your alphabet as you go higher. So here is the alphabet written for you going backwards. So backwards is going down and it's going to the left on the keyboard. Remember, going forward goes to the right on the keyboard. Going backwards is going to the left on the keyboard. So here's the alphabet going backwards. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Now I would like you to practice this week saying that alphabet going forward and backwards. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. You should be able to say it as quickly going forward as going backward. Okay? So I will see you in the next part, segment 3, and we'll talk again about your bass clef, and we'll look at the treble clef with the notes, and we will play on the piano, okay?